Bhagavatam with the modalidad in verse 3. Then you are not here for that. And I was given my ears that we could suggest that Prabhu would you like to send this invitation to go?
If you want, but it will not be very entertaining.
We can.
Anyway, none of us is prepared for this.
If you help me, okay, I can do it.
You just sing Jara the Mother
We
for
will take
another
a
half an
40
hour.
association.
We can sing excellent Kirtan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
some
half
Hare Krishna.
hour.
Yeah, usually it works.
So what should we do? We sing Radha Parisisvara?
I mean, no, I will not choose.
You can follow me maybe.
Rasa is
It's the
it's Rohini probably, no?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So I speak in English? Yes. So it's verse 3, chapter 9, canto 10. Kshomam vasha pritu katitate bibhrati sutranadham putras nehasnuta kucha yugam jata kampam cha supryu rajvakar srama bhuja chalat Kankano Kundalecha Srinam Bhaktram Kabara Vigalan Malati Nirmal Mantha. Okay, how should we do?
Usually we repeat line by line. You say one, you repeat, and like this 3 times.
You need a meter?
This is the long one.
Yeah, it's a very long verse.
Okay, maybe you can do it instead of me.
Yeah, you can launch the meter.
This meter is complicated.
That's the one.
I don't know the metric.
You can do it like drum samita.
Yeah. Shomam vasa pritukati tate bibhrati sutranadam.
Yeah.
Putras nehasnuta kucha yugam jata kampancha subru.
Putras nehasnuta kucha yugam jata kampancha subru.
Laj akasha shrama bhuja chalat kankana kundalecha.
Rajvakasha shama bhuja chalat kankano kundalecha.
Svinam Vatram Kabara Vigalan Malati Nirmamanta.
Svinam Vatram Kabaravigalan Malati Nirmamanta.
You guide me.
I do that.
I do the work.
Yeah, I think we can go for the word forward because it's already.
Yeah.
Yes,
Shomam,
Shomam.
saffron and yellow mixed.
Saffron and yellow mixed.
Vasa,
Vasa.
Mother Yashoda was wearing such a sari.
Mother Yashoda was wearing such a sari.
Pritu Kati Tate,
Ritu Kati Kate,
surrounding her large hips.
surrounding her large hips.
Vibrati,
Vibrati,
shaking.
shaking.
Sutra Nadam,
Sutra Nadam,
bound by a belt.
Bound
Bound with a belt. Putra Sneha Snuta,
Putra Sneha Smuta,
because of intense love for her child.
because of intense love for her child,
Became wet with milk.
became wet with milk.
Kucha Yugam,
Kucha
the
Yugam,
nipples of her breasts.
the nipples of her breasts.
Jata Kampam Cha,
Jata Kampam Cha,
as they were very nicely moving and quivering.
as they were very nicely moving and quivering.
Subruhu,
Subru,
who had very beautiful eyebrows.
who had very beautiful eyebrows.
Raju Akarsha,
Raju Akarsha,
by pulling on the rope of the churning road.
by pulling on the rope of the churning rod.
Shrama,
Shama,
because of the labor.
because of the labor.
Puja,
Puja,
on whose hands.
on whose hands.
Shalat Kankano,
Charat Kankanao,
the two bangles were moving.
the two bangles were moving.
Kundale,
Kundale,
the two earrings.
the two earrings.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Svinam,
Svinam,
her hair was black like a cloud.
her hair was black like a cloud.
So perspiration was dropping like rain.
So perspiration was dropping like rain.
Vaktram,
Bhaktram,
throughout her face.
throughout her face.
Kambara Vigalat Malati,
Kabara Vigalat Malati,
and Malati flowers were dropping from her hair.
and Malati flowers were dropping from her hair.
Nirma Mantha,
Near Mamanta,
thus Mother Yashoda was churning the butter.
thus Mother Yashoda was churning the butter.
Translation. Dressed in a saffron yellow sari with a belt tied about her full hips, Mother Yashoda pulled on the churning rope, laboring considerably, her bangles and earrings moving and vibrating on her whole body shaking, Because of her intense love for her child,
Radha Parisisvara ki
Jai.
Ekadashi Parisisvara Mandir ki
Jai.
Shintai Sachisuta ki
Jai.
because of her intense love for her child, her breasts were wet with milk. Her face, with its very beautiful eyebrows, was wet with perspiration, and Malati flowers were falling from her hair. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Anyone who desires to be Krishna conscious in motherly affection or parental affection should contemplate the bodily features of Mother Yashoda. It is not that one should desire to become like Yashoda, for this is Mayavad. Either in parental affection or conjugal love, friendship or servitorship, in any way, we must follow the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavan. not try to become like them. Therefore, this description is provided here. Advanced devotees must cherish this description, always thinking of Mother Yashoda's features, how she was dressed, how she was working and perspiring, how beautifully the flowers were arranged in her hair, and so on. One should take advantage of the full description provided here by thinking of Mother Yashoda in maternal affection for Krishna. Om Adhyana Timirandasya Jnana-shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vyakam Vitam Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tata Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Manchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So in this verse there are descriptions of bodily features and activities of Mother Yashoda. So this is the big contribution of this Vaishnava tradition, and Prabhupada, who showed us that this spiritual world is full of varieties, and there are bodies, there are spiritual bodies. So the soul, according to its desires, is cast, like a projector, the projector of a movie theater. It casts an image on the screen and the soul is like a person who is seated in the cinema and is watching the movies. And according to its attachments, there are some images that are projected on the screen that he catches and that he wants to develop and he wants to experience. So according to our desires, we can be either attracted to movies in the material world or movies in the spiritual world. So in all the case, it's a movie, and the movie is just like an illusion, right? The one who is looking at the movie is just seated on the seat of the cinema theater and is watching a screen. So similarly, it is explained that the soul is eternally has an eternal position on the body of Krishna. On the transcendental body of Krishna, we are just like a small spark, but according to our desires, we are under the illusion of having a different body. So in this material world, we have all the descriptions on how this spiritual spark is is brought under the illusion that he has this gross body. And in the spiritual world, it's also an illusion. Our body is also an illusion in the spiritual world, because you can imagine, for example, Mother Yashoda. She's the mother of the absolute truth, and she sees the absolute truth as a small baby crying and needing affection and protection. So this is also illusion, because no one can give protection, or no one can give all this to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to the absolute truth. But because this illusion is perfectly in accordance to the desire of Krishna, this illusion is eternal and is full of bliss. And this is the eternal existence in the spiritual world. So in the spiritual world also we talk about an illusion, a maya, that is the yoga maya, that makes us feeling with the body and with position with Krishna. So about this spiritual body explained here, there are different characteristic attributes. So in this material world, we all have different kind of desires, and our body does not necessarily match with these desires. I may desire, for example, to go to the swimming pool, but I have eczema in my body, and if I go there because of the water in the swimming pool is very aggressive, if I go there I will suffer hellish pain, and I will have to buy 200 euro creams to put all over my body. So I have a desire, but my body is not necessarily in accordance with this desire. And even if I have a good body, strong muscle body, good skin, I may have no opportunity to go to the swimming pool because it's closed, for example. Or because, I don't know, I live in a country with a war and there was a bomb dropping in the swimming pool. So this material world is full of, kind of compromise. I have a desire, but there is either my body is not fit for that, or there is no opportunity to fulfill it. And in the spiritual world, my body, my desire, and the opportunities I have are all perfectly matching. So Mother Yashoda is the original energy of motherly affection. That is, what is the name in Sanskrit of this rasa? Vatsalya, yeah. She's with her eternal husband, Nanda Maharaj. They are carrying this potency of motherly affection, and it corresponds to a special rasa, a special bhav, a special emotion, to take care of Krishna with this mood. So according to her desire, she is given a perfect body for this service, and perfect circumstances also for this service. It is not that, she wants to breastfeed Krishna, but she has anemia, not enough, nutriment in her body, and she cannot, and she is diseased, or No, because she has this desire, the body fits perfectly with this desire, and so she is described as someone with, attributes like she can breastfeed Krishna with her milk. It is explained that the milk of her breast is just going out just because of her love, because of her meditation. So milk is a product of love. This is well known in our Vedic tradition, that we put so much conscious on, for example, the milk of the cows, because you can imagine the the cows are only eating grass, and they're producing milk that is like a nectar, because this grass is transformed by the loving affection of the cow for her calf, yes, for her calf. So similarly, Mother Yashoda, she is overwhelmed with these emotions of love for Krishna, and the milk is like overflowing. There was I think it is Saint Matthew in the Bible. He was saying, what is coming out of the mouth is what cannot be contained anymore in the heart. Like this, it is this idea that what comes out is what is fulfilling. I mean, what is feeling that which is inside. So in this spiritual world, when we talk about milk, this is not just something not dead, but unconscious. In this material world, we have this. I mean, the wood, the milk, the water. For sure, there is this. There are the presiding deities controlling them, but they are not conscious. You cannot relate with them. And in the spiritual world, everything is personal, and milk is also a person. So milk is the expression of love of Mother Yashoda for Krishna, and milk also is a person. So the spiritual world is quite a complex place. For example, we learn that all the inanimate objects in the spiritual world, they are in the Shantarasa, in a mood of just reverence and respect. So what is the rasa of the milk of Mother Yashoda? Is it just respect for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or is it a love for a small child, small baby? So this Mother Yashoda is for sure a person, and all her paraphernalia or attributes are also personals. The milk is a person, her sari is a person, the belt around her hips is a person, and actually everything you can put a word on, everything you can describe is also personal. Like even her sight is a person. If I can put a word on it, this is a person. And you can relate with this person can give you an instruction about how to serve Krishna, and in this way, actually, everything in the spiritual world is like a spiritual master, is like a guru. You are walking in Vrindavan and you see a rock, and the rock tells you, I saw Krishna yesterday, he was walking to the forest and he stepped on me. I think he wanted to go to his friends. And you get instruction on what was the mood of Krishna, how to serve Krishna, because everything is imbibed with this consciousness and mood, and is a person. So in this way, Prabhupada, he explains us that those who are attracted by this mood of service and this mood of affection with Krishna, they can meditate on Mother Yashoda, her bodily features, and her mood of service. So we learn that according to our meditation, we get our next body in this material world. Like, I don't know, Bharat Maharaj, he was unfortunately absorbed in the meditation of a deer, and he was just brought in the body of a deer right after when he died. And similarly, for those who are on the path of awakening rasa and who are imbibed with transcendental emotion with Krishna, the instruction for them is that they should absorb their meditation on the servants of Krishna. So it is not anymore just meditating on Krishna, but this is meditating on the servants with their mood. And like that, if you take someone who is cultivating this mood of parental affection, he may absorb all his meditation on Mother Yashoda, and in his next life, he may get a body like fitting with the one of Mother Yashoda. He may even become a parcel of the body of Mother Yashoda. He may become the belt, or may become the milk, or may become, I don't know, the eyebrows, the perspiration, the malati flower on her hair, etc. So there are sometimes this idea that I can choose my relationship with Krishna, just like in a deck of cards. You okay, not this, not this, not this, or this I like, not this, not this, this I like. I want a rasa in Vrindavan, and I want to be the topmost devotee in Vrindavan. I want to be a gopi or a manjari, etc. But the Acharya explained us that our relationship is eternal and is not changing. So we have all an eternal relationship. It may be Dasya Rasa, it may even be Shanta Rasa or Sakya Rasa. And it is not a question of choosing, it's a question of awakening. So we often explain that the topmost relationship is the relationship in conjugal love, but and because we are sometimes, I am, for example, I am sometimes arrogant and I want the topmost position, so I may meditate, okay, this is the best rasa, so I should choose this one. But this absolutely doesn't work like that. And so some devotees are eternally in this mood of parental affection, and Mother Yashoda is the representative for them their goal to attain. So so we explained that we have spiritual bodies, that this body may be very inconceivable, like just a piece of tissue in the spiritual world is a body, and that this is our eternal positions. So all these energies in the spiritual world, either Mother Yashoda, Radha Rani, gopis, the gopa, etc., they are like a reflection of the inner desires of Krishna. When we explain, for example, the Mahamantra, in the center, in New Galeric, often when there are meditations, we say, Hare is the internal energy of Krishna. And people look like this, internal energy. Okay, what does it mean? I don't know. And sometimes we may think, okay, what does it mean, internal energy? It's a strange expression. You never meet this kind of expression in the internal energy. So the way I read it and I learned it is that the internal means what is inside, and what is inside is related to our desires. So Hare is like the perfect representation of the desires of Krishna, and she manifests outside of Krishna to perfectly fulfill all these desires. So Radha Rani, she is described as Purna Shakti. Purna means complete, and Shakti is it means energy. So within Radha Rani, there are all the ways, all the moods of service to Krishna. Within Radha Rani, there is the mood of Radha Rani, the mood of Mother Yashoda, the mood of Nanda Maharaj, the mood of all the friends of Krishna, the mood of all the servants of Krishna in the Vaikuntha planets. We may also, by introspection, we may also recognize that we also have different desires of receiving service. For example, when you're sad, you want someone who take you in his arm and say everything is all right, don't worry. When you are full of energy and you want, project management, you want people who are listening to you and who say, yes, okay, I will obey you. And when you are, when you have another mood, a friendly mood, you have the desire that someone reciprocate with you, like a friend, beating you, or like a brother, etc. So by introspection, we recognize that we also have all these desires of reciprocation, but it never meets our life. The people we meet never fulfill perfectly the expectations. I may desire, a friend who perfectly knows me, who laughs at my jokes, and who, reciprocate with all these desires, but it never fits perfectly. So Krishna also, he has these moods inside of him, in his heart, of reciprocation. And this Shakti, this Purna Shakti, Radharani, she embeds all these ways of reciprocation with Krishna. So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is explained that Krishna and all his energies can be represented as a tree, and Krishna is the main trunk, Balaram is one branch, and Radharani is another branch. And the branch of Radharani is Purna Shakti. From this branch, all the other energies, all the servants of Krishna are manifested. So Mother Yashoda is also manifesting from Radharani. And actually, as Tatashta Shakti, we are also manifesting, but very, very far in this tree, at the limit of this tree, because we also are eternally one. We are eternally part of the internal energy, and we are eternally answering a desire of Krishna, who wants to reciprocate in a certain way. Krishna with Mother Yashoda, he wants to feel protected, he wants to feel loved, and Mother Yashoda is perfectly answering this internal aspect of Krishna. So we have also an eternal position. This is like the uniqueness. I don't know if it's a proper term.
Singularity.
This is the singularity of all the souls, that we are also special manifestation who can reciprocate in a unique way to Krishna. But the general mood in the spiritual world is that all the living entities in the spiritual world take shelter of a higher servant. So Mother Yashoda, she has many servants. She has, for example, many cows. I don't know how many cows she has, but a lot. I heard
900,000.
900,000. So all the cows, they are taking shelter of Mother Yashoda for their service to Krishna. Mother Yashoda, she takes the milk of the cows and she makes, butter and all the milk products, and this is offered to Krishna. Similarly, the sakas, they are taking shelter, for example, of Balaram. The gopis are taking shelter of Radharani. The manjaris, they are taking shelter of some groups of gopis. And everywhere, if you are if you are an internal monkey in Ayodhya, you may take shelter of Hanuman. If you are in Vaikuntha, you may take shelter of the gatekeepers of Vaikuntha, of the Vaikuntha planet to do your service. So there is always this notion that in the spiritual world, it is not just a singular relationship, me and Krishna. This is always I take shelter of a higher instance of service who is directed to Krishna. So similarly, those who are inspired by this mood of Mother Yashoda, they are taking shelter of Mother Yashoda and they meditate on their future, on their mood and love of her mood of service. So, and I will finish on that. Oh no, I will not. I think I will finish there. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you for spontaneous lecture. We were actually really good. You mentioned to say a lot of nice things. I want to say something on the verse. Like I was listening last year, listening to Amarendra Prabhu. Maybe you know.
Oh yeah.
And he said in one of his talks that flowers, the Malati flowers, are actually falling down because they want to touch the feet of Mother Yasoda out of affection.
Wow.
And yesterday I read another nice thing about Mother Yasoda's churning. That when she's churning, like the rod is like a mridanga, making the sound of mridanga, and the earrings, they're like karatans. And she's singing in the same rhythm. It's all in one rhythm. So it's like she's thinking and singing about Krishna in this rhythm. I found it very beautiful. And yeah, I've actually one question because I spoke with one person on the street last time, like some time ago, and I said that everything is actually personal, but in the spiritual everything is personal, like even, but also in the material world, like a plant is a living entity, but a rock, for example, you actually asked about a rock. The rock also has a living entity. I mean, we know mountains have personalities, but there's a single rock, as far as I know, not. I wasn't sure actually. Maybe, yeah.
It may be. There was a story in the Ramayana. Unfortunately, I forgot all the names, but you know, it is the original story why Indradev, he has many eyes in his body. So he was cursed by someone who, because I don't know the expression. He went to someone's wife, a sage's wife, to do his thing, and then he was cursed. So after I will look at my phone. I can give you the precise reference, but there was this woman. She was cursed to become a rock until Ramachandra step on her. So actually, yeah, everything is personal, but everything may not be directly conscious. So a plant is directly a person, and rocks, I don't know, dead wood or things like that, they are not directly conscious, but they are like a part of the body of someone. If you take the Agnidev, for example, he has like a transcendental, not transcendental, but very particular body, demigod of fire. And every time you see a fire outside in the forest, or even the fire helping you to digest, is a part of his body. And he may be conscious of what is happening now. So, you know, this whole existence is very, very much personal, because ultimately Maya Devi, Durga Devi, is a person and is conscious of everything happening over there. with this idea that there is conscious thing and unconscious thing, it may give you the idea that okay, then when I'm home, when my door is closed, I can do whatever I want. But the fact is that even if I don't know, you consider water not conscious, if you waste water, this is sinful. Similarly, if you disregard or don't give respect to fire, this is also sinful, just as if you were offending someone. So this idea that there are some stuff that are not living or not conscious, it's very much present in nowadays because of so-called so-called scientific advancement. But it is like it is a virus in the brain of everyone. If you take, I don't know, in a proper Krishna conscious community, you explain to the children, and from a very young age, that they are always accompanied by a person, and that everything also comes from a person and is personal. Prabhupada, he was explaining when he was when there was a grain of rice falling on the ground, in his family, they were taking the grain of rice, they were offering respect to this grain of rice, washing it and putting it back, for cooking, or because there is this idea that we are living with a person, and every part of our existence should again become personal. So for sure there are some like piece of rock is not directly conscious, you cannot talk to him, but this piece of rock is a part of the body of someone much bigger that is conscious of his body. I will finish with that small analogy. Imagine you have like a small insect on your body, and this insect is looking around one of your hair, and is wondering, is this hair alive or not? So is it alive or not? The hair by itself is not really alive, but this hair is part of my body. So if the ant is like mistreating my hair, I won't be pleased with that, right? So practically, it is too small for me to look at the ant. And similarly, if you look at the demigods and these higher entities, we are so small that they don't even, we are so insignificant, we are not very much interesting for them. Just like if you have a very, very small insect on your skin, you don't even look at him, do whatever you want, okay, my body is maintained, etc. But if this ant is starting to gather other ants and starting to worship you, make a small altar of you, you may look and you these are doing some good stuff. So this is how you attract the attention of all these higher entities. But if you just do your life, they will just let you do your life, not even matter to you, and they will make you think that this energy all around you are dead. If you start worshipping, don't do that. But if you start worshipping Agni Dev, for example, he will show his presence in the fire, and you will understand this fire is alive. Similarly, if you start to worship Bhumi Devi, she will show her presence in the elements of earth, and you will understand this piece of rock is not dead. In this piece of rock, there is the consciousness of a higher entity. But if for you this universe is just molecule, is just proton, electron, and neutron and gas, then Krishna will tell you, okay, you think it's like that, okay, live like that. and he will make everything dead around you. But if your eyes are changing, he will make everything alive around you. So it is a matter of consciousness that make you, reveal that this is alive or this is dead. Okay. Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Yashodamati ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glory to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Patita Bhagavatam ki jai.